I also have to record this. Okay. I'm going to show you my YouTube channel. That's where I will start posting my calls, okay? Because to keep the it's hard to keep the recording somewhere and then send to everyone. So everyone who is in the call, if you come on playlist, I will create a playlist called
With
Baz.
our join. With our
Yeah,
join.
hi Ibrahim, hi Ibrahim. Yeah, I will create here a playlist for you guys, and that's where I will start putting all the videos. This is the first playlist that I created for you to learn how to mark the key levels. And here on the video section, you can see the last one. It was the when I was the last um, learn and earn that we did last Wednesday. So it's here, right? 4 days ago. You can come here. This is the name of the channel. I will have to send to you the link of the channel so everyone can come here and see my recordings. Because doing
Is that
recordings in
YouTube?
Google Drive, it's good, but the problem is I don't know who's trying to connect and check the video. So on YouTube it's easier. Okay?
Okay, thank you. Can I request everybody to please let him explain and maybe all of our questions can get answered, please? Thank you. So,
Okay.
Emil, so what I didn't get, I can't see it. It's blue.
I will send the link. Oh, you want to see it?
No, are you going to send a link in the chat on
I'm going to
Circle?
send the link in the chat today, like in the call right now.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Good. So we can start.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. I'm gonna share the link of the channel. Okay. Okay, so now let's do something together, right? I want you to last time we did our analysis here with the indicator. Today we are going to do the top-down analysis. I know we already done a lot of them, but today is special because you could see how all week the direction bias was bullish. Since Tuesday, you could buy on gold, and this was one move on the weekly. On the weekly here, you have it's one move, okay? So I want you to pay attention because this will help you understand how the market move every week. And now we are ending up the month of August, okay? And we're starting September. So today is the last day. Tomorrow, September 1st, we're gonna have a new candle on the monthly time frame that will start printing. If you come here, you can see how we closed here on the monthly time frame. So this was a bullish month on gold. And now what do we expect? We expect to see price continue higher, at least for 1 month. Okay? Every time we do this, we see what the previous month did, and then we try to guess for the next coming weeks. Okay? First week of Euro USD, this is Euro USD. I have to mark the beginning um, of August. Okay, this is the 21 here. This is the beginning of August. I'll put a red line. Do you see how price did? Price started by opening up and creating a low, then went straight up and ended up closing like this. If you come on a lower time frame, what you have is on a daily, you have a reversal here, and then price came, created this fair value gap, touched it, and continue higher. Now, last week was just kind of a retracement inside of this reversal. We just need to see price hit these highs before we can guess and see if price will continue lower. The thing with the higher time frame is, as soon as you have the direction, okay, as soon as you find what direction the mouth will give you, you will pick and choose the pair you will trade for the mouth. That's how I do it. I just don't come every day and try to pick a pair. I will pick my pair the beginning of the mouth, or my options. That's what I'm going to do here on the monthly time frame. If we go on the monthly time frame, let's start with, okay, we don't need DXY. I know we already done it before. Let's go to Euro USD. What do we have here? Okay, we had price swept these highs, stopped inside of this supply zone, then rejected, and we saw price start a bearish move. Remember, I told you, after a big push up and then big push down, this could be a reversal. What do we have after an expansion? Because this is an expansion, this is an expansion lower, okay, in the opposite direction. That's the reversal. We've talked about many times here the phases of the market. Okay, we have expansions, and after the expansion you can have three types of price action. Okay, after the expansion you can have three types of price action. You have another expansion, you have a consolidation, or you have a retracement. Okay, when you know that, as soon as you see an expansion after another expansion in the opposite direction, this is a reversal. Okay, as soon as you see consolidation after an expansion, you have to wait. What do you need to see? It's a manipulation before you choose a side. When you have a retracement after an expansion, you need to see the retracement and or manipulate inside of a POI, point of interest, or a simple fair value gap like here, and then you can expect price to continue in the other direction. But what do we have before an expansion? Okay, everything can come after an expansion, but an expansion will always, okay, will always form after either another expansion or a consolidation. Okay, and why do I say that? Because after a retracement you will have a small consolidation before continuing in the expansion. So once you see an expansion, you could expect three scenarios. But once you have a consolidation, you cannot have a reversal, or you cannot have a retracement. You can only have an expansion. Okay, let me show you here. I need to take this off. After a consolidation, you only have manipulation. Okay, and then I need to take this off too. It's okay. Okay. After a consolidation, you can only have an expansion. Okay. After an expansion, you already know you can have these three: consolidation, retracement, or another expansion. Okay. After a retracement, okay, you can have manipulation. Okay. I'm drinking tea, sorry. After a retracement, you can have a consolidation or a manipulation. Okay, like this. Need to have an arrow here, like this. You see? After an expansion, you already know we have these three, but this is a reversal. It's the expansion in the other direction. This is how the market moves. So you have expansion or consolidation, then you expect another expansion, okay? Or like this here. If you have another expansion, after the expansion, you can either have a consolidation or a retracement. After the retracement, you can have a consolidation, but after a consolidation, you will always an expansion. You have nothing else after the consolidation. Only an expansion. Okay? So now, if I take this and show you here, let me take you on the side here. Let's just observe this price action here. What do we have here? This was an expansion. What happened next? A consolidation. After that manipulation of that consolidation, we had another expansion. Okay? Then price did what? Price came back inside this, an expansion higher, moving slow like this. This is a reversal. You see, expansion, then a reversal, retracement. Oh, it's messed up now. Sorry. Okay, like this. Okay. After the expansion here, we had a retracement. After that retracement, we had a consolidation. You see? Consolidation here, another expansion. So what I mean, you should focus on understanding what these phases means is the expansion will always and most of the time break a level of structure. When you have a break like this, then you can call this an expansion. When you have something coming down without breaking nothing, this is a retracement. Okay? When you have the price moving sideways like this is a consolidation. And when you have a quick expansion, and when you have a quick expansion like this, after manipulation, of course, and then another expansion without retracement or consolidation, this is a reversal. Do you see this? Let me mark in red manipulation here. You don't trade manipulation. Okay, this is retracement. And then this is an expansion. This is what we look for. This is what we trade. Or this is also an expansion, but in the other direction, showing us the reversal. So we have expansion, retracement, consolidation. Okay, but a retracement inside the range will have to stop in a point of interest or a liquidity zone. A reversal is the expansion in the other direction without waiting, without consolidation, without retracement. And consolidation, you know, it's when price move on the sideways. Okay? And manipulation is how the consolidation or retracement will end. So manipulation is the sign that the expansion want to start. Every time you see a manipulation, okay? Sorry, my writings. Every time you see the manipulation is giving you a signal that the market will have an expansion soon. So that's how I focus on certain moves, and that's what we saw here on the monthly. Remember, we had this expansion, and then I told you what we need to observe what price will do, because after this July bearish candle, we could have a retracement start, and retracement is slower than an expansion, so price can take time before we reach this level here. Where is the internal range liquidity? It's here. You see, it's our internal point of interest. So if price has to come back here, you know what that means. It means we are going back inside our equilibrium. Okay, we need to observe price coming up and down. So we usually don't trade retracement, but on a higher time frame, that could mean expansions on a lower time frame. You see, in this retracement, we have expansion on a daily, but here it was on the monthly time frame. You see, so every time I come on higher time frame, my goal is to guess or to look for the next candle so I can go on the lower time frame and find trades inside. You understand? So every time I go on a higher time frame to find the direction using my candle close theory, if we close in the breakout, it means we are to continue lower. If we close inside, it means we continue higher. Okay, so now this candle here, we closed bearish. Everyone could say, okay, Emil, I think price will drop next, but I always tell you the market has three parts: the beginning, the middle part, and then the end. So the beginning, we should always watch what price will do, because this could be a manipulation. That's why every week we start by observing Monday and Tuesday. It will give us a direction. Most of the time it will reverse and give us another direction. If you go on the gold and look at the last week, okay, let's look on the last week. Let's find Monday. Where's Monday here? Monday's here. You see that? That's Monday. How did this week happen to move? It started here, created a low here, created a low, and then went straight up and closed here. This is exactly what I'm telling you, how the market moves. We create a low first, then create a high. So Monday created bearish move. We can see it here. If you go on the M15, you can see it. You see these blue vertical lines? These are my days. Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, and Monday. So now you know how price moves, okay? Remember, if this is an expansion, what is this? Retracement, okay? Then a consolidation occurred. What happened next? Manipulation. So now just tell me, if you took a trade after this, protect below this, if you took all this week, what do you think about the simplicity of knowing how the candle formed? Because this is how the week started, and then Tuesday reversed, okay, manipulated all these sellers, and then we continued higher, and the week ended up here. This is how I simply mark my weeks. I have to look for a pair that is clear that the next week will be either bearish or bullish, okay? And that's how That's how I will fund my bias. Okay, guys? Is there any question before we continue? I'm trying to paste the link of the YouTube channel here. Wait. If you have questions, please type in the chat. Okay. So as you know how we predict the direction bias of the week, we should all go through all our basket. So you check Euro USD, you check gold. Gold is pretty bullish on the monthly. Euro USD was also bullish. We closed bullish on the monthly. GBP USD, we closed bullish on the monthly. The last candle is the last month, okay? So we need to only look at this one. What do we have here? USD CHF is bearish, okay? S&P 500 is bullish. And we have Nasdaq, which is also bullish. If you go on EA, the month close. Yeah, I'm doing the Forex pairs, Linda. That's why I'm explaining this, because I know some of you want me to do a specific pair, but you need to observe the basket before you dive right in. You need to look at how did the candle close on the monthly. Does it worth it, or do I need to go on another one? That's why I'm going through all of the list here. You have Euro AUD. We closed bullish, but with a rejection here. Okay, that's not very clear, but I think we will be bearish. Okay, but this is a bullish candle. We are still in this week, which is a rejection zone. Okay, we go on GA. What do we have on GA? We created this close bearish, expecting price to target these lows, and look at how the monthly close. So on GA, I am more bearish than bullish. Even if we closed, we stayed inside, but we never swept the low of the previous month. Previous month being July. Here, look, we never touched this low, but we swept the highest point. And price rejected all this. We are more bearish than bullish. So what I need to see here is price continue lower. But you need to look at how price broke structure the last time. So we know we are into a bullish expansion here. So this could be a reversal. So we don't expect it to move quickly. Maybe it could stay here and then another mouth, take another mouth, and maybe we will end up the here in retracement, and then a news will push up higher later. We don't know yet. And here, same thing. But here we have a reason to come back. We have a fair value gap here that could pull price down. We had this sweep, and then this has never been touched on a monthly time frame. This is EA. If I drop on Euro USD, what do we have? We had this rejection here. Price closed bearish, then price retraced inside of the range with this rejection here. So on the weekly time frame, we cannot say that price is bearish. Why? Because we have this big rejection pushing price up. Maybe price has done everything it needed to be done here and will continue higher. But we will observe how the first weeks of Euro USD will print, and then we can know. On GU, we have price closing bullish inside of this bearish, but leaving a lot of liquidity here. Look, let me mark this for you. You can see here we have these equal lows. We have these equal lows. And remember what we said last time. we expected to see price go up first, then to come get these equal lows. That's what I think price will do here. And we also created two highs here that could be the next run on liquidity before we target low and try to get these prices. So GU is very interesting. Why? Because on the weekly time frame, we have a clear direction. We have this rejection here, but we have these targets that are not met yet. So price could start by going up the 2 first weeks of the month and then drop to come get these levels here. That's what I see. And if price opens up and come lower straight, we will have a full bearish month on GE. Okay? Which is also a confirmation of what we've been thinking here. If price rejected from this level, now we touched the lowest point. We still have to touch this. So what I think price could do here, the 2 first week, we could start by getting this liquidity and then we come lower for this one, which is also the same move that we predicted on GE. Okay, so GU and EU, very interesting. Gold, what I need to see here is almost the same thing, but gold is more bullish than everything else. You see how price rejected here? This is a reversal sign. We just engulfed and closed above this bearish candle. This engulfment here, even if it happened with 2 candles, after this sweep is very interesting. And we also stopped here. If you go on the lower time frame, you have these equal highs. You can see this. And it's a zone that will provide liquidity for the market. So we will target these levels here. You see, price could probably start on the weekly time frame, coming back inside first, and then we continue higher after this, then to drop. Okay, so we're going to see what price will do the first month of September, and from there we will know what price will do. Okay, now let me get this. So did you get, Linda, did you get EA? Did you understand? You see on the weekly time frame we closed bearish, right? We closed bearish.
30 seconds.
Yeah, after this sweep we closed bearish. And now after seeing this on the weekly time frame, let's bounce back to the monthly. What do you see on the monthly? There's a sweep here and rejection. We need to target these lows. So if you come on the weekly time frame, you see price is probably come to get this on the first week and then maybe the second week here. But I also know that the price after this expansion, remember, we had the retracement. Maybe the retracement is ending and now price will consolidate a little bit more before we break up. Yeah, because this week here, inside of this demand zone is a very important thing to notice. Let me show you here. Now let's go on the weekly. Weekly is bigger. You can see it here. This is a demand zone. Okay, it's a valid one. And after this demand zone, price has went up, has done like small move going up, but the problem is we never broke this high. So this is not an expansion yet. So price retraced, but then it's consolidating. We're having hard time to go break these levels here. Price is probably waiting for some news to come, and then from there we will have price manipulate like this and then continue higher. But let's make no mistake. After a consolidation, you have an expansion. So it can also drop like we saw on Euro USD. Okay? It can also drop. Depends on what will happen on the reversal point here. So we need to watch the two next weeks on EA. But I guess EA will be bearish next week. Because why? We closed bearish in a breakout after this sweep. So we need to go and get at least this guy here and retest these levels. This is a key level. If you go here on the line chart, you will see it. You see? This is a key level. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how they close?
Yeah.
Open that week bearish if it close bearish. That's what you're saying.
Okay, guys. Before I forget, guys, please give me like 2 minutes. I need to go grab the link of the YouTube channel, and then I can send it here. Stay put. I'm getting it here. Yeah. Okay. So now, everyone, if you want to watch the recordings, please, you can ask me questions if you want in the application or in the community app here. But for the videos, don't ask me for links. Just remind me if you did not see any notification. But I will start posting every call, even this one. I will post it today on this channel. This is my YouTube channel. It's better for me to keep everything, okay, and organize for you guys so you can come and watch different sections of the videos. Yeah. So I just don't throw everything in there. I will have to create playlists. Okay. So here you have the link. I just put the link in the chat. Please copy that link or click on it and see what comes out, and then you will tell me. And then first you can try go on the playlist in my channel. You will see the learn how to mark key levels. This one is very important. I want you guys to learn this one. Why? Because this is the key to my trading style. It's the key to my trading style. I cannot stretch this enough, because let me show you. Okay, let me show you just one trade I did see and I did had last week with the information you can have on that channel. I will show you quickly, okay? Right? We had it was Euro USD, I guess. Yeah. It was gold and USD, yeah. Okay, so on the daily time frame, I just want you to focus on what you see. On the daily time frame here, what do you have? You have two bullish candles, but look how unclear it is. I will show you how with the key levels, everything will be clear. And the key levels that I showed you last time, how to use with the bars indicator. So I want you to watch the 3 videos that I made to explain how to mark the key levels. Look at this. First of all, I want to see if price reject from a key level. Okay? I'm here, right? I will mark one key level. I have one here. And that's enough. For me, that's enough. Okay? When I go on the H4, I found now that price gave me a strong low. What is a strong low? Is a protected low. The one that came after a manipulation and broke structure. Good. Now, after this, I went straight to the 1 hour, and I will show you the precision that I took my trade with. After this, look at this is the Asian low. Do you see where that stopped? Do you see where that wick stops? Anybody will tell you, yeah, it's maybe in the supply zone, but with my key levels, it's not a supply zone. It's a line. It's just a line. Let me show you a line like this. Let me go here and mark it here. Look at the key level here. Do you see the precision? Now let's go back on the candle. Do you see how precise it is? And now tell me, guys, what you take a trade here, okay? You take a trade here, you put 50 pips, okay? This is on USD, but this is 5 pips. And then you target the previous daily high here. Look how quick it was. When you go on the M15 time frame, do you see how precise my entry was? I took a trade below Asian session low. I stopped here on my key level and I targeted this. Why? Because I'm in a bullish direction that was confirmed on my H4 breaking here. This can be seen everywhere. I can see it here on Euro USD again using the base indicator. Do you see that? I want to show you this. You see how precise it is? This is a trade I took. It was too quick. I did not send it. But I want you to know how to mark your key levels. If you don't know how to mark the key levels, you will never get entry like this. Because this is not luck. This is not just me testing something, some levels. No, this is a line. It's a straight line. And that line have meanings. You know, I marked this right before. After a sweep, you saw it. Breakout structure. I had liquidity here. Another breakout structure, confirmation of my range. Price came inside. I showed you last time. This is my key level. Look at where I entered. I can take this trade and miss, no problem. But when my trade will be correct, I will gain back all my money. Okay, guys. So go on the YouTube channel, watch the key levels videos. I will post the other videos there. So for today, call is at the end. Thank you, everyone. I think the call will stop in less than a minute. Thank you again. Click on the link that I sent in the chat, and then let's meet on Monday, tomorrow, 11 a.m. Okay, guys? Thank you again. Thank you, thank you, thank you. God bless you all. Happy Sunday. And let's start the week with great energy. Bye-bye, everyone. Thank you again. Bye.